Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Telling It Like It Is. My name is Jade Alberts, the founder of Peer Guidance. We listen, guide, connect small business startups and entrepreneurs. Sharing knowledge and stories is why I started Telling It Like It Is. It is live. If you have any questions, please ask away. I would like to first just let everybody know that it is Remembrance Day, and we do want to remember our veterans. So lest we forget, and let's remember that we are here because of what they gave us. So thank you to all our veterans, future and the current and the past. So thank you again. I would also like to thank Bessie. They sells 100% grass finished Alberta beef, naturally raised chicken, and sashimi grade seafood. It's vacuum sealed into sizes for your convenience. You can visit their website, which is in the comment section. Also, I want to say that they are a top 15 company at the Calgary Startup Calgary launch, which is on Tuesday, the 17th, 1 week from today. And they are also top 5 in the Startup TNT party, which is going to be Thursday, November 19th. So you can check them out there. I would like to thank today's guest for joining me. I'm excited about hearing his story. Evgeny Saveliev, founder of Okeh. I knew I would screw up your last name. I even practiced it, but thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Hey, everyone.
And how are you today?
Great. Amazing day.
It is a nice day. I know I got out there, I shoveled, I did everything, and we didn't get the bad weather like Calgary or Edmonton or Saskatchewan. So I guess we should be happy with that.
Yeah, actually, weather is amazing. I love snow. So.
Oh, well, there's no doubt there. So what I want to do is I will give a brief introduction here of Evgeny, and we will go from there. So he was born in Odessa, Ukraine, and at the age of 13, he started his first e-commerce business, a small basketball online store. Then he decided that he wanted to be an entrepreneur. At the age of 18, he moved to Poland. He worked in different industries, consulting, trading, web design, digital marketing, and immigration. He traveled to Canada and decided to move here and establish a software company in Calgary. He is now a 1-year-old Calgarian. So how do you like Canada and how do you like Calgary?
Oh, I love Canada. I love Calgary. Canadian people are so friendly and so open-minded, and it's amazing. I think it's a good place to grow your business, to grow your ideas, because everybody are supportive. So yeah, it's a good place. And Calgary is an amazing place for startups. I guess Calgary is top 100 cities for startups, like the biggest startup ecosystem. So yeah, I think it's nice place to start your startup.
No, absolutely. And we talked about this quite a bit in the past about what a great ecosystem Alberta has for startups and for collaborating. And we'll kind of touch base on that in a little bit. But I kind of want to hear a little bit of your story. And, you're moving around. You thought you were going to be an entrepreneur when you started your e-commerce business. And then, of course, you're like, oh, my goodness. I think I can make a online booking system and an organization system. So how did you launch Okeh and come up with that idea?
Mm-hmm. So before Okeh, I had the company in Europe, in Poland. We help people to move to China, and teach Chinese kids English. And before they can go there, first thing that they need to do is to book an appointment with a Chinese manager so they be able to check their English skills, English level. And it was so hard because of different time zones, and our appointment workflow was pretty complicated. And I was trying to find some software that could help me, but it was hard to find the one that could fill all my needs. And then I've done my research and decided that let's try it. Yeah, I can build it. So I decided to start this scheduling software business.
So was it very similar to helping people immigrate, or how did you transition from one to the other idea?
I think it's completely different. It's not connected at all. I just saw this, big potential, worldwide business, because previous immigration business is just it has not worldwide potential. It's just like Poland and China. And I have a dream to build something, big, worldwide, something that could different people from different countries use. That's why I decided, okay, I will sell this one and I'll go for this for the other one. And I guess about a couple of months later, I was able to sold previous business, and start working on Okeh.
So how's I guess what challenges have you had over the last 4, 5, 6 months?
Mm-hmm. So Okeh was my first software business. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm a software developer as well, so I have this experience, but it was my first software business, right?
Yeah.
And I've done a lot of mistakes, a lot of failures, because my research was not good enough. So we'll launch our initial version, I guess, maybe 8 months ago. So, and we have more than 100 signups, free users, but we're still not like we wouldn't have revenue. So I guess biggest challenge was to scale more, to get more users, and to start getting some income, some profit.
Yeah.
And yeah, so maybe later I can tell more when we go to Junction, because for the last couple of months I stepped back and changed my direction. So now I think differently, and Okeh, the direction of Okeh is different as well now. So
Well, let's talk about that. I mean, obviously, I'm a big fan of the Platform Junction program. I've worked with people that have, before they've gone through that program, and once they've completed that program. Let's talk about your experience that is going through that program, what you've learned, why you've decided to kind of pivot your business a little bit because of what you learned there.
Mhm. Yeah, so Platform is amazing platform. Platform is amazing platform. It's amazing acceleration program for startups, for different stage startups, I guess. I think Bestie Box also were like in Junction before,
Yeah.
so they're a successful story from Junction. Yeah, so Platform is Junction is 9 weeks program. They provide many useful tools that young entrepreneurs can use in their businesses. Um, and for me, the most important thing was discovery tool. So basically, if you have idea, how to validate this idea, if it's good enough, like scheduling. Like everybody needs scheduling, but like who will pay for scheduling, right?
Yeah.
So after first week of Junction, I decided to step back and focus on my discovery. And for the last 3 weeks, actually it was more, about 3 4 weeks, I was trying to connect with many people who like my potential clients and do my discovery interviews. So a total it was about 50 of them, I guess 48 plus. And I was able to find out that okay, not everybody needs my software, but I can see people that they need it and they can pay for it. And so if before I was focused on everybody, right? My
Yeah.
software is for everybody. So now I have clear vision where I need to go, and I was able to find out that, for example, hairdressers, but not just all hairdressers, but hairdressers that are self-employed and they work there by themselves from home or from small office, or they rent a chair in bigger shop. They could use my software. Um, and I guess they are my potential early adopters, and this is my next step. I'm planning to target these self-employed hairdressers in North America.
Yeah. So I guess my question to you is, and that's great, right? And that's one of the reasons why I love the Junction program, and they have great advisors, and they're all entrepreneurs like your Kevin Dolls and that of the world that are also very passionate about the ecosystem here in Alberta. So I guess this is a tough question. So why did you not find that stuff out before you had the Junction programs? What do you think that was missing from you? Learning this before you went through that program is what my question is.
Mhm. I think it's human psychology. Humans don't like failures, right? And in my case, I was trying to my research wasn't good enough, and I think why it wasn't good enough because I was afraid that my idea is not good enough. and that's why I've done some research, and I start development right away.
Yeah,
But the Junction tool is to to go out from your comfort zone and ask more questions and try to try to find people who will tell you that your idea is bad, right? Because
exactly.
then you can save your life, save like a couple more months of your life, right? Or maybe you'll find some more narrowed idea that will be better, right? Or maybe you can make your product better. So yeah, in my case, I was just freestyling. I didn't have any experience of research before. I was trying to speak to people, and I asked them wrong questions, and not like questions that platform advised me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just didn't have this kind of tools that now I have because of Junction.
No, absolutely. Again, I'm talking with Evgeny, the founder of Okeh.ca. You can click on their website in the comments section. It's also, you can type it in, it's right on the screen here. That is something that we talk about all the time, is about your idea and making sure that you're not keeping it to yourself. You're going out there, you're finding people like us, like Pure Guidance, or whoever it may be, to say, give me your ideas, let me know your thoughts, and people that will be honest outside of your your friendships and your family. And because then once people are out there, they'll be telling it like it is, and that idea is a starting point. And once you talk to more people, it will start to evolve into a company. So it's always better late than never. And again, with Junction there, they make you think about those questions. They put that to you. So for anybody that is out there listening and they're looking for something, that is definitely a program you need to check into. I've also put their website in the comments section as well. So you have 4 more, I guess 3 more weeks of Junction, right? And then you're out there on your own. So you're going to have to go out there and sell okay to, whether it be independent hairdressers. So what will differentiate you from any of the other online booking platforms that are out there?
Mhm. So booking market is so big, and there's like so many different businesses, and each one is unique, and each one has unique appointment workflow. So my goal right now to find businesses that are not satisfied with current solutions, and I already found a couple segments, like as I said before, self-employed hairdressers,
Yeah.
and then like lead generation companies. And my goal right now, my goal is not to to satisfy every business, but to find businesses that are not satisfied yet, and to adjust my platform to their needs. So I guess this is the difference.
So when you mean adjust your platform, because you're kind of still, young and able, you can, tweak things to make sure that it fits their needs, rather than having somebody saying, "Oh, I like this, I like this, I like this about that company, but I don't like these things."
Yeah, like I'm trying to speak to people who use other softwares and to see if there is some some gap and they need something else. For example, let's say nail specialists. So when ladies do manicure, right? There's this service called for hands, when the service required to have 2 staff members. They do manicure and pedicure at the same time, right? So this is a little bit more complicated appointment than just book a time with you, right? So system need to know that, okay, this appointment required to have 2 employees, so I need to block, let's say, 45 minutes in there in each schedule, in each calendar, and so these kind of things, like this kind of complicated appointments, which is not hard to develop for me. This is what I'm looking for, and my goal is to find that, okay, like 50 people have same problem, so same pattern, and then I'll go there.
So when you're going to go, I mean, I know I don't go for manicures. I get a lot of pedicures, and I share that on my social media. But I mean, when I walk in, and I live in the Northwest, and I'll go into the Crowfoot area, and I literally just try and walk in. I mean, I know they have a lot of walk-ins, but they also have a book. So they just basically have their appointment book, right? And so how are you going to be able to sell them from using something that's free I mean, maybe they spent $10 on the book to something that you're going to try and sell them, and they're going to have to pay for.
So in case of manicure, there's so many different businesses as well. So like let's say manicure shops where it's like 5 people and they sell cosmetics as well. So I'm not go there. In case of manicure, I'm focused on smaller businesses as well. And let's say big shop, they can afford some software to take payments online. They can afford Stripe or they can afford Square or something else. But smaller individuals, right? Like self-employed nail services, nail specialists, they don't want to invest that much. So my strategy with them is to provide them pay-as-you-go as well. Same as hairdressers. Although they are not my early adopters, I'm focused on hairdressers only now in this beauty industry. But same, like in this nail industry, this like self-employed nail specialists that work from home or work from small office or rent space in some bigger shop. They are my target audience because I can provide them free services and I can charge them little commission from their online payments, which will satisfy me enough. Like I can still charge like about $12 to $15 per month only on commission, like on average.
Okay. So outside of, I know, and that's great. You need to start somewhere, and it's always nice to have a niche little market with these little independents, and that's great because chances are they're not going to pay a lot of money for a big guy to come in and hundreds of dollars a month on a subscription basis or whatever it may be. So I think that's a very good market to be in. So once you let's just say that you've kind of gone there and you've found success, what would be the next step after that for Okeh?
So I think I want to have discovery team in my team, and like before I make next step, I need to make good research. So let's say barbershops. Why I'm not going to barbershops right now? Because they usually sell cosmetics, and that's why they need this inventory feature. And right now, I can develop it, but I'll spend some time. That's why I'm not going to barbers right now. I'm going to smaller self-employed or And I guess when I'm done with this initial early adopter segments, I can do like one more research, and I can do this even while I'm selling. I can do more and more researches, and decide on the next step. So I guess next step is to find like let's say 50 barbershops will tell me that they use this software and they have this inventory feature, but something isn't good about it. And if I'll see that so many people are the same and I can fix it, so it'll be my next step. I will develop this feature, or maybe even maybe I will not develop it. Maybe I'll try to make a sketch and show them, and then make my next step. So I guess after I finish with initial segments, before I go to the next one, I need to double check and see this pattern. Let's say 40 businesses are the same, so I'll go to this direction.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a very good plan. So, speaking of your plan, you said you launched it about 8 months ago, and now you've kind of, I don't want to use really the word pivot, but just kind of targeted a different market that you might be able to sell to, and you identified that as great. Worst case scenario, I know it's a tough question. What happens if they don't want to? The independent hairdressers, you can't get them to flip it, and what?
So I still have a list of currently it's like three market segments that are satisfied to be an early adopter, and I have an assumption that hairdressers are the best place to go first.
Yeah.
So if it will not be successful, I'll go to the next one, and to the next one, to the next one. In the bad case, right? If like nobody wants to use it, I'll be happy to launch it as a free product, so people can just use it, and I'll start something new, right? I have many more ideas, and now I have so many tools, and I know that I don't have to spend that much time to validate this idea. So, and I'm excited about other ideas as well. So,
Well, that's good. No, having other ideas is great. I mean, that's for sure. Again, I'm talking with Evgeny, the founder of Okeh. You can click on his website in the comments section, or just type it in after looking at it on the screen. So, I mean, I appreciate you taking time today, and I loved it and learning about it. And obviously, I hope people see it and go check it out, because I know you're offering it out there. I guess we didn't talk about this before, but I believe is it still free to download and try?
yes, web app, so you don't have to download it, but yeah, it's free. Like if anybody uses scheduling or making appointments, welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. So definitely go out there, check it out. It is free. And then you'll be able to look at, if you don't have something, it's a nice way to trial it. So it can be a very effective way to get people actually locked in and comfortable using your system. So I love that part of it. So I guess kind of when we're coming to an end here, we've talked about different things, you pivoting. So you can't use anything that we've talked about in the conversation today. But you're really going through this right now, and you've been there, and you are new. And sometimes I don't interview people that are this new into the business, because sometimes it's just a little difficult and things along those lines. But if you had one piece of advice for a small business entrepreneur or startup, what would that be?
To do your research properly. If you have, let's say there's like business that are not innovative, okay, you need to do research if you're right about, let's say, your location and so on and so on. But let's say if you want to go for a startup, just focus on discovery. You can learn what is discovery in Google, or you can go to Platform Calgary. They have a discovery program. So sometimes we have some ideas and we love them, and we don't want to hear like honest feedback, and then we'll waste like 5-8 months of our life to develop something, and at the end, like, people will tell you, oh, we don't need it. So why waste your life, right? It's better to focus on discovery, try to speak to people, ask them right questions, and then if you see that people are interested and you see that they want to use your product, your idea, it doesn't mean that you need to develop it. Then you need to do like maybe some kind of MVP. And MVP is not like product, but maybe just paint it on on a piece of paper, or make some sketch in Photoshop and show them, and ask them to pay. And if they're willing to pay, that's a good signal that you need to start development, right? Or maybe you can charge them and with delivery of the product in like 6 months. So I really recommend to focus on this discovery and validation, discovery and validation, discovery and validation, and then take decision. Okay, I'll go for it.
No, absolutely. That's great advice. Doing your homework, doing your discovery, asking the questions, reaching out to people and talking to them is a crucial first step. It could save a lot of heartache down the road.
That's right.
No, excellent. Evgeny, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate your time. Again, anybody that wants to look at their website, it's in the comment section. Please just click on it. It is out there right now, and it is free to use. So I highly recommend you checking it out. So thank you again for your time today, Evgeny, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you, Jade. It was nice.
All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great one. Bye-bye.